The Texans beat the Titans at Nissan Stadium on Sunday, and I'm going to tell you why this game was both boring and exciting at the same time. I'll give you my three big yeses and nos from Sunday's game, and remind everybody that Cam Ward is still a rookie who's played 10 games, and if you think that he's a bust now, then you really don't know ball. All that and more coming up on this edition of Becky Sports. Intro! So let's talk another Titans loss. 16-13 to the Houston Texans. The Texans sweep the season series. Matthew Wright kicks a game-winning 34-yard field goal as time expires to pull the Texans to 5-5 on the year and drop the Titans to 1-9. And so let's get into my three big yeses from Sunday's game. Yes, number one starts with the defense. They held the Texans to 4 of 13 on third down. 75 total rushing yards on 23 carries, sacked Davis Mills 4 times. This defense played well enough to win, and if they continue that, they might sneak a win or two down the stretch in 2025. CJ Stroud did not play. He was in concussion protocol, and it showed. He made some plays, but the Titans defense was able to hold him in check enough to give the offense a shot to win. We'll get to that a little bit later. Yes, number two, Cam Ward came alive late in that fourth quarter and continued to show his penchant for big plays down the stretch. He had a big 20-yard run that helped him become the rushing leader for the Titans with 33 yards on just 3 carries. Also uncorked a gorgeous deep ball to Chig Okonkwo to set up the game-tying touchdown to receiver Van Jefferson. Cam Ward has had his ups and downs so far this season. I mean, typical rookie struggles as you would imagine. But he's showing a penchant for big-time plays and big-time moments. And if you can get everything situated around Cam Ward, it's going to be a good thing going forward. And the biggest thing is this team continues to fight under Mike McCoy. Early under Brian Callahan, you saw this team really not have much of a puncher's chance in any game. But in the last few weeks, you're seeing them continue to level up their level of play in all phases. It's not perfect, but you're seeing them compete and you're seeing them fight and you're seeing them give themselves a chance to win. With that said, however, we got to get to our three big no's from Sunday's game. All right, so the first big no is, well, where'd the run game go? I had a thought in the stadium because I was in the building for Sunday's game, and it felt as if most NFL teams have to go end zone to end zone, and that's 100 yards. But it feels like the Titans have to go 200 yards. It feels as if every time the offense takes a step forward, they take 3 steps back. And to me, it starts with the run game. Between Tony Pollard and Tyjae Spears, 14 carries, 25 yards. That's not going to get it done. They need more from their offensive line. They need more from the run game. They need more from the supporting cast around their rookie quarterback. The second biggest no is the offensive line penalties. And it's squarely at the feet of second-year tackle J.C. Latham. 3 false start penalties, 9 total penalties on the squad, 5 along the offensive line. 5 of them were false starts. You put yourself behind the 8 ball, and especially with an offense that has struggled as mightily as the Titans, you cannot afford self-inflicted mistakes. And that was what you got from J.C. Latham, from Lloyd Cushenberry, from rookie Gunnar Helm, who had a false start. You can't put yourself behind the 8 ball because the margin is still so thin for this group. And the third and final no is the injury bug hit, and it hit the receiver position hard. First play from scrimmage, Calvin Ridley catches the pass from Cam Ward and breaks his leg. He is out for the remainder of the season, so you lose your top receiving option. You also lose Chimere Dike, your all-everything special teamer, coming on as of late at the receiver spot to a chest injury. We don't know what his status will be going forward, but we'll see what happens as the week progresses. And then Alec Iomanner also suffered a hamstring injury, and he was unable to finish the game. So you lose a lot at the receiver position. You were left with Van Jefferson. You were left with Mason Kinsey. And And that was really it. That's all you had. So this is a problem that the Titans are going to have to confront in the coming days. Who's going to be catching passes from their rookie quarterback? Finally, along the lines of said rookie quarterback, we need to have a conversation. Cam Ward has played 10 games in the National Football League for an organization that, quite frankly, earned the number one pick. And to have any sort of declarative statement about his future in the NFL after just 10 games in a season that has been rife with dysfunction is, at best, short-sighted. At worst, shows that you don't really know ball. Cam Ward was picked number one in the NFL draft for a reason. We know he has the arm talent, we know he has the poise, and we know he has the mindset. What he needs is a supporting cast around him and a coaching staff that is going to do their best to help maximize his ability and maximize the offensive potential and maximize the football team as a whole. They don't have that right now. You're working with an interim head coach. You're working with practice squad level wide receivers. You're working with injured guys. You're working with an anemic offensive line. All of these things add up to a dysfunctional situation for a rookie quarterback. And to make a declarative statement about his ability going forward, about what he is as an NFL quarterback or what he's going to be as an NFL quarterback, makes absolutely no sense at this juncture. So, to quote a famous future Hall of Fame quarterback, RELAX. Relax. He's going through the rookie growing pains. Let's let them figure it out. Let's let them have an off season to find these things. And let's, most importantly, let them find a new coach. So, Titans lose. They're 1-9. They're still in pole position for the number one pick. But you still have 7 games left to play. And let's see what happens. All right, rate, review, subscribe, all the stuff. And I will see you next week. We're going to have a little conversation about head coaching candidates and who I think is the best fit at this current juncture, and maybe a little preview about the Seahawks. I'll catch you next time.